What's going on?
Howdy.
Hello.
I'm just saying that's how the Indians did it.
I said something smart backstage, but I won't remember it.
Brother, I can barely hear you.
I said something smart backstage, but I won't remember it.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. Get your stenographer to sit next to you or something.
What's a stenographer?
You know when you go to court and there's a person sitting in front of the judge typing?
Ah.
Never been there.
Oh, I've been there a few times.
I've been there. Yeah.
But I wasn't on
I've been there
trial.
a few times.
Well, remember what I said, y'all. We have no jury court in my town. They go to another town. So I am excluded from jury selection.
I remember mine from when I went and had a protection order put against a hood rat. That was good times.
What are you doing?
What's up, Palmetto? I hope you had a good Christmas as well. We got New Year's coming up. I hope it does wash away all this bullshit, but I doubt it. New Year's coming up.
It'll probably be more bullshit before it's over with.
Yeah, it's more like 2023. You thought you were free. 2024. Here comes some more. You know, I mean, it's just fuckery.
Either a 2024 drop to the floor.
Y'all excuse me. I got to get up from the floor.
You're absolutely right, Palmetto. That's how they like it.
Okay, back to what we're talking about.
Okay.
Backstage about Cocaine Gate. Any update?
No updates. They're too busy doing other stuff right now. I think they've diverted all the Justice Department resources at trying to make Orange Man bad, not be able to be voted for. And Obama phones for the 5,000, the horde of immigrants headed towards the border. It takes a lot of logistical assistance to get all the buses and, Obama phones and maps and airline tickets on Delta. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts. So I think the DOJ has kind of got their hands tied. They're kind of busy right now.
Any new theories then on Obama or on Cocaine Gate?
I'm still going to say, I think it was medicinal. It was for medicinal purposes, not what's the word?
Recreational?
Exactly. Not non-recreational. It was non-recreational cocaine.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I do believe that's how they're going to classify it. They'll say it falls in a gray area and that there's no need to divert any more federal resources to investigate it. They feel that they've reached the conclusion they already suspected.
Oh, speaking of Obama and Big Mike, did you watch the unveiling of their official portraits at the White House?
No.
No?
Were they in dashikis?
Well, no, I'm so apparently your president invited them to the White House to oh my God, is that deer jerky? Or invited them to the White House to unveil the official portraits. And it looks like they airbrushed the bulge out of one of them.
Oh, I love it. So you're saying the tuckable just wasn't tucking.
It just wasn't tucking, man.
Oh, so petty. But fuckery. Well, you know, they're still catching flack for their movie too, so that's good.
Right.
Although I still intend to watch it, not because I won't watch it because of the content. It has nothing to do with them. I think it. Speaking of which, you know, I don't know if anybody heard about this, but I can't remember where I saw the thing. I may have seen it in our chat or whatever. But you know, in the movie, not to give a spoiler, but somebody hacks into some vehicles. Okay. Well, that same company that gets their vehicles hacked in the movie, you heard about one of their fucking robots attacking a technician yesterday, right?
I saw a little blurb about that.
Does anybody remember Terminator? I mean, the T-800 fucked some folks up.
Actually, I never saw Terminator.
Well, you need to catch up because this thing turned and I didn't realize it was if I saw it correctly, the fucking robots look like they're bipedal, right?
I believe so.
The thing turned off the assembly line and proceeded to go to the technician and pretty much manhandle the technician. Now, I don't know about the coding and everything else because I'm not a robotics guy, but I would assume that something had to be overridden for it to stop doing its task and turn to a person and go to them and start trying to dismantle their ass.
Oh, and yeah, this is actually back in 2021.
Oh, that happened in 2021?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a just release thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, it's old news.
No, it's not. It's old news that's new news. You know what I'm saying?
What's the definition of expert?
I don't know.
Is someone who maybe read something or someone who knows everything about it?
Well, I just saw the thing and it made me think, you know, this all goes back to the whole AI thing. You should not have machines that are man-made that are self-aware because a machine's going to use logic. That's how think about how a computer works with a processor, okay? So it's not going to have empathy. It's not going to have it's not going to be good or evil. It's going to be
going to take all human emotion out.
Well, what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, well, we've got this problem here. We can't complete this task or that task. Why? And it's going to say, well, humans, either they're corrupting the system or they're calling. And what it will do is it's just like a virus. It's going to treat a human as a virus, so it can run smoothly and do its task.
Well, you know, though, that might not be such a bad thing because it's going to take out the green hairs and stuff like that probably first.
Well,
so
maybe, but you know, think it through. You would want it to be selective in its targeting, but it's going to deem everyone a problem. If you're a carbon-based life form, you got to go.
Well, you know, they did give Data a emotions chip, so maybe we can.
I don't know, man. It's something to really think about. I mean, yeah, I understand it happened a couple years ago and it just is coming to light, but that's some serious shit. And you know, the military is already talking about making drones that are.
Oh, have you seen the four-legged thing, the dog-looking thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Cyber Fido.
Yeah, Cyber Fido can mess up your world, man.
Well, I mean, again, if you give AI to these drones, robots, whatever, and it can make its own decisions. And I've said this before. Think about this: you're a corrupt politician, leader, whatever, law enforcement, whoever you are, and you got one of these fucking things. you can send it into a place and do a bunch of fucking collateral damage and blame the drone.
True.
Because you're going to say, well, it was self-aware. It made the decision. When you knew full well what the parameters were and you sent it in there to do exactly what it did, but because you made it self-aware, you're going to use that as your buffer to keep the shit from getting on your pants legs.
Right.
And that's some serious shit, you know. Just my 2 cents. But other than that, I mean, we've heard about they're trying to take Orange Man off the ballots, but it looks like I think that's going to blow up in their face before it's all said and done. Colorado tried to start it, and I think we all were talking, you know, Michigan, they tried to do it, and then Michigan's own Supreme Court came back and said, no, can't do this.
Right.
Colorado, I think they're going to kind of go the same route because I think enough of them weren't stoned when they heard the whole thing. And said, yeah, I don't think we can do this. So I don't see the Supreme Court saying, yeah, he can be removed because he was never convicted. He was never tried. It was suggested, but he didn't. It's not like he was standing on the White House lawn on January 6th and said, let's go tear some shit up, and led the charge down to the Capitol.
Pennsylvania Avenue, yeah.
Well, here's my thing. If that state has the ability to be able to bend the rules how they see fit, then all surrounding states should be able to allow out-of-state voters to come from Colorado to vote.
True.
Depending on what voting district you're in, they are.
Well, yeah, be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, I know. Got to be careful.
But, you know, well, you get one vote regardless. We know who the others are going to vote for, not Trump, right? So everybody should have an opportunity to vote. They should not be able to limit who people can vote for. They're even saying that they can't even write him in. So that's bullshit.
No, there's no way in hell that's true.
Actually, you can write him in. It's up to the, I think, Secretary of State whether or not she wants to accept and count that vote.
It's not up to them. They have to count it.
No, it's up to the Secretary of State.
Well, federally, you've got to allow a write-in on your votes, if I'm not mistaken. So if the Secretary of State does that, that's a lawsuit.
So if that is the case, then you are doing what the left has said that the right has done for years, disenfranchising voters, you know, making it where you can't vote for the person of your choice.
Yep.
You know, it's a civil rights issue.
Absolutely. But
here, I got an idea. Let's find out a way not to show everybody that the left is scared as fuck that they're going to lose this election by taking their name off a ballot. How's that for an idea?
Right.
That's exactly what it is. This is them trying to find something that'll stick to the fucking wall because they've got the most fucking ignorant, bed-shitting, senile piece of shit in office. He's unelectable. He's fucked up the country so fucking bad that even his own fucking supporters saying, damn, I can smell the Depends from here. So they're going to have to boot his ass out and put somebody to replace him.
Okay, well, here's the update. Just come through.
Uh-oh.
The Washington Post. Donald Trump has been removed from Maine's primary ballot by Secretary of State. Just popped up.
There's no way that'll stick.
Shall I continue?
Well, you heard where 3 states are trying to remove bedshitter off the. One of them is Georgia.
Well, yeah. If the left can play that game, so can the right.
Yeah.
The question is, will the right?
Well, I mean, if this is banana republic fuckery right here.
Y'all want to guess what Shanna Bellows' party is? The Secretary of State for Maine. You want to guess?
Probably Democrat or fucking communist, one or the other.
Big fat D. Big fat D.
Oh,
That's what they like to choke on, is a big fat D. Yeah.
So
But
you
in
think
all-
all the blue states
Hey.
can pull this stunt?
Hey, Vanguard, in all seriousness
possible.
aside, I do believe one of the states that is trying to pull Trump or has Trump off the ballot, I do believe the Secretary of State is a Republican.
Which one?
I can't remember. That's why I said I do believe. I'm not 100% sure, Facebook or YouTube or whatever, so don't hold me to it. But if I'm not, I think I read somewhere that one of the states is a Republican, or one of the states they were trying to keep him off the ballot was a Republican, or something like that.
Well, that just means they're rhino. That's not surprising. It wouldn't surprise me at all. This is the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats will stick together like a bunch of thieves, right? Republicans will fucking stab each other in the back and posture and everything else. But when it comes to standing up for something, you can't count on 20 of them motherfuckers to say the same thing. And it's always been that way. And it's because half of them are wolves in sheep's clothing to begin with. They're fucking rhinos. So they're kind of going to go whichever way the wind blows. And that's where we've got our problem. You know, this whole party system's fucked up. We need to get rid of the parties. We need to abolish that shit, because that's what's fucking us. We've allowed the parties to become, it's kind of like letting unions. Once they get to a certain point, they become corrupt entities into themselves. And what's happened is the politicians hide behind their parties they're in.
Wasn't it the guy that used to mow his grass when you were a kid, George Washington? Didn't he say that the downfall of this country is going to be a two-party system?
He may have been the one that said that.
I mean, I think I remember you telling me that story when y'all were sitting out there on the front porch.
You mean when he was scrubbing his wooden teeth?
Yeah. You were doing something. I don't remember. You said you were about 15, 16 years old. Yeah.
He spouted a lot of wisdom. You had to listen to him now. Now, granted, if he didn't have his teeth in, it was kind of hard to understand what he was saying. So, but yeah. I mean, you got to give him props. This is the same dude that on Christmas led a group across a river to fucking kill British. That's somebody with some gumption.
Did he ever show you where the cherry tree was that he chopped down?
No.
Or were you there?
No, I don't believe I was there for that one. Sorry, I wasn't available for that particular part of history.
I mean, I had to ask,
But anyways, it'll be interesting to see if the main thing sticks. I don't see how it will. I mean, if two states have already failed, I guess this is going to be their game. They're going to play it all the fucking wingnut states. I thought at one point I heard California was trying to pull some bullshit, but I still don't see how it's going to be effective, because people can still write him in, and people will sue the living shit out of the Secretary of State, the governor, whoever, because they're violating their rights to vote.
Yeah, I mean, and if they're doing it on the basis of, an insurrection or anything like that, that goes away, because he was never convicted.
Actually, I think they're doing it on different, like they're saying he got a speeding ticket one time in this state, or he did this, or he did that. They're not doing it all on the insurrection, believe it or not, from what I've read.
Well, and
I'm
that may be the
wrong,
case.
But
but they should be doing the same thing to fucking Mad Maxine, fucking all them crazy bitches up there that ran their fucking mouth, and like the fucking squad and all them that are pro-Palestine. How many of them motherfuckers led people in for their little insurrection about, Israel needs to stop killing our talents because we killed a bunch of them. It's not fair. They're killing too many. Well, you should have thought about that when you got your little fucking helicopter things and you went over and started killing people unarmed.
Right.
You poked the bear. So fuck you, fuck Gaza, and hate it for you. There's a reason why, they're the you don't fuck with the Jewish people over there. You don't fuck with Israel. You people wanted to. You live in the fucking Cabrini Green of the fucking Mediterranean.
Can you please elaborate why you don't?
Do what?
Can you please elaborate for me why you don't mess with the Jewish people?
Well, aren't they God's chosen people?
Thank you. Someone finally said it.
I mean, that in itself, that's like, I'm sorry.
Well, and here's the deal too, for the quote unquote Palestinians or the people living in Gaza, is you don't get to choose the level of retribution after you poke the bear like that. That's kind of like going up to, playing that old, what is it, the smack in the head challenge that all the some folks were doing.
Uh-huh.
And then, getting the bullet to the face. You don't get to choose the level of reaction that somebody has or a country has. When you have continuously done it for 75 years and, they keep on saying, we're going to be sweet. We're going to be nice. We're going to hell, y'all can even be part of the Kasenda if you want to be. You have full rights inside of our country if you want them. Nope. We just want y'all to die. So you brought it on yourself, bitch,
IDF for the win.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If it seems to me that if you're coming after Orange Man, because
Orange Man bad,
I don't give a fuck. If you're coming after him for something he was never convicted of, then we should be doing the same thing to all these fucking politicians and deviants.
You haven't read the new Constitution? T. They have this thing called the new Constitution. You're innocent before you're guilty.
I don't give a fuck. We need to be going after all them because they can sit there and talk about going in restaurants and harassing people and putting boot to ass and all those other things. They were inciting shit on national TV. All right. Their ass all be getting run up the fucking flagpole. And then remember all the fucking little crony damn movie star people running their fucking mouth when Trump got elected. Remember they had a big fucking march being led by.
I kept waiting to see who was going to leave the country, and not a damn one of them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. Remember what's her name? Come on, Ashley Judd leading a bunch of them. Fucking DC the day he got fucking inaugurated. Running.
You mean vagina head?
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that's a reporter up in Nashville, and he told me, he said that he had to cover a deal, and it was all the reporters met at Ashley Judd's house first, and she gave like this speech, and then they were going to go to her neighbors and talk to them about the presidential candidates and endorse Biden or whatever. And it was hilarious because I was like, all right, Ashley Judd's going to go to a bunch of millionaires' houses and endorse Biden, not to your everyday people.
Wow. I'm just saying, all these fucking people, Madonna, Ashley Judd, that goofy bitch that was carrying around his head, the one that thinks she's funny, she's a comedian.
Kathy Griffin.
They'll all be run up in the fucking tree because they're going after Schneider off the Dukes of Hazzard for what he said. And he didn't say they needed to string anybody up. He said for what they've done, they should have been hung for treason. He didn't say he was going to do it or they needed to be done. He was making a statement, and they're trying to investigate him and go after him like he made a credible threat. So
Hey,
you'll
I
go
know a
after John
teacher
Schneider for some shit like that, but you don't let all these fucking cronies and bottom feeders say whatever the fuck they want. It's two sets of rules.
There is a professor at Louisiana Tech University. I'm not going to name his name. He's a history professor. And he tweeted when Trump got COVID, he said, I thought we all agreed we wanted to see him die in prison. And
Okay,
when that was reported to the Secret Service, they said, yeah, he's flirting with the line, but he never made a credible threat.
Right. But see, the difference is they didn't go after him, but they're going after John Schneider for something that's even less. You see what I'm saying?
You know, and I've got that tweet screenshotted, saved, everything. So if anyone wants to call me on it, I will gladly look it up, find it. I'll have to find it amongst the thousands of tweets where he's proved he's not a teacher, he's an activist and should have been fired, but he's got, quote, tenure.
Yep, they got tenure. They ain't going to do nothing to him.
You know.
I mean, it sucks.
They even told him when they gave him tenure, they're worried about his tweets. They even told him that.
Well, you can do things to censure them. You can hold them accountable. It's just a matter whether you want to or not. Because to me,
he said flat out, it says in his little bio or whatever, I do not speak to my employer.
Well, you shouldn't be using your job as a platform to push a political or socioeconomic agenda. That's not what you're there for. You're there to teach.
I mean, he just wrote a book called Gun Country, U.S. Love of Guns Since World War II, where he talks about how people just now, since World War II, started customizing their weapon. I was like, no, they've been doing that since probably the 1700s.
They've been doing it since the invention of the firearm.
You know, somebody didn't like something on it, or they wanted to change something or add something, they did it then. But
that's just an idiot. I mean, it's somebody who is anti-gun, doesn't think anybody should have a gun except law enforcement and government. Yeah, that works real well. Ask Hitler.
Oh, he went on a podcast, and it was called Drinking with Historians, and one of them was from Berkeley, and the other one was from from your neck of the woods somewhere, like Georgia Tech or somewhere. But anyway, and they said when his grandpa died, you know, they inherited, you know, had a bunch of guns. He said he wasn't sure if some of them were legal, but they sold them all.
Of course they did, because they were evil. They might have been black.
You know, I was like,
they got a problem.
If you didn't like the guns or whatever, you should have just turned them into the sheriff's department or the ATF and said, here.
Well, no, look, think about it this way. Now, if you're a wingnut and you inherit a bunch of firearms, okay, first, you know, if you ever notice how wingnuts are racist with firearms, if they're black, they're evil, okay? So those got to go. But they're not going to give them away to the police because they're wanting to cash in because, I mean, there might be deviant shit they want to pay for. Or they might want to have like a lifetime supply of, soy lattes at Starbucks. I don't know. But they're going to want that
I'm
money.
just saying, if you truly believe that no one should have a firearm, this, that, and the other, you should have turned them in to the authorities instead of selling them.
Well, but again, you got to look at, okay, politicians have like 8 sets of rules, right? And so to anybody that's a wingnut, there's rules for you and there's rules for them. You know this, all right? So they're going to do whatever suits them.
And then secondly, if you knew or thought some of them were illegal,
not lying,
selling them would be, you know. Hey, Jay.
Yo-ho.
So can we talk about whenever
am I wrong?
Like, you know, in his teams and customizing his Kentucky long rifle?
We've been customizing shit since we invented firearm.
Or
Otherwise, we'd all still be running around with fucking blunderbusses.
Well,
Oh, what a blunderbuss.
he's still doing it.
Hey, don't be knocking it till you try it now.
Hey, no judgment.
I mean, like they say, every firearm has its use.
Mm-hmm.
Some are for home renovation.
Take a blunderbuss to the face, man. I'll tell you what. That'll.
Blunderbuss and a punt gun.
Hey, dude, I always like the pistols, and when you use the first shot, if you didn't have time to reload, you could club the fuck out of somebody with one. That's why I had that rounded off grip.
did you put metal metal brass on the end of your blunderbuss pistol?
That's the only way to go, man. That way you don't split the stock when you beat somebody upside the fucking head and knock the tricone head off.
How many hits does it take to knock someone out
It depends on where you hit them.
in the head?
Well,
To get to the center of a red coat?
I was just getting ready to say, how many hits does it take to get to the center of a?
if you do it right, one.
Huh?
You just gotta know where to hit them.
I think a blunderbuss is the only weapon that if you fire it at somebody, you'll hit everything around them but the target.
Well, I mean, the thing with a blunderbuss was, I mean, it was just a giant funnel. I mean, it didn't scatter the shot or nails or whatever you put down the barrel of it. I mean, it was a funnel to load it. Now, I mean, that's about all it was.
I don't know. I think it's spread too.
Me personally, I'd rather have a volley gun, a 9-barrel volley gun.
Those are fun too. It's like a little portable Gatling gun.
It's like your own. It's like your own personal platoon.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm there with you. But you got to use what you got to use. You know, whatever you got, that's what you got. You know, make the most of it. But yeah, I'm there with you.
Hell yeah! I mean, shoot, that thing would flip a wheelchair. Telling you.
It probably would. Probably would.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Has anybody encountered any of the
Hang on. Jay, since you missed the opening, do you have an update on me for Cocaine Gate?
Opening for Cocaine Gate.
Yeah.
Have you heard any updates?
Update.
Oh no. I think they blew that subject.
Okay. You don't have any theories, maybe? Because my theory is it was the dogs, and that's why the dog kept biting people because they wouldn't give it cocaine. That's why the dog disappeared because the dog's in rehab right now. You know.
Okay, dog. Are we talking like 4-legged or Rashida Tlaib?
That's a loaded question. I don't know if I should answer that one.
Anything I say can and will, you know.
Yeah. Just give us your idea here on either.
I think they know exactly what happened, and there was a whole lot of people told to mind their own business. I think that's my personal 2 cents worth.
I agree.
I agree. Hey, you think it was either Rashida Tlaib's or the dog that was biting people? And
yeah. Well, I mean, who knows?
I think it's established it was for medicinal use. It wasn't for recreational.
Oh yeah.
Let's just get that out there. That's why they're not investigating it.
okay, all right.
Somewhere there's a White House doctor who wrote a prescription for it. It's all good.
Yeah. But
Stress relief.
So T,
I mean, if we were to use something like that, just hypothetically speaking, our fucking asses would be in jail right now.
What's up, Vanguard? You said my name.
yeah. So a blunderbuss at 10 yards is a 36-inch pattern.
Well, T would know that already. I mean, he could probably tell you what it is at 40 or 50 yards. I mean,
That's with 20 36 caliber round balls inside of it. No birdshot. So
Woo.
36 inches at 10 yards. You are
That-
knocking somebody out of their boots at 5 yards.
Fuck, you're gonna kill the horse and the rider.
And
I
T would already know that.
I
Yeah.
want one.
Saying,
Hey,
you-
believe it or not, I think I told y'all this at a local sheriff's auction. They auctioned off 2 blunderbuss. And I really wish I'd have been there for that.
I can't believe T wasn't there bidding on both of them.
shit, I
He-
wouldn't mind
Shit,
having
T probably owned them.
Yeah.
Held up a Waffle House with a blunderbuss.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a fucking waffle.
one.
I just want a waffle.
Where the fuck is my scattered, smothered, and covered?
And you better have my maple syrup.
Ugh. Who the fuck eats maple syrup?
That's nasty. Just Canadians and Yankees.
Ugh.
He has to be a Canadian or a Yankee.
Oof.
Hey, what's wrong with maple syrup?
Maple
It's
syrup
nasty.
is not real.
Yeah, it is. It comes from a tree.
No, the flavoring comes from a tree.
Yes, the flavor. Yeah, well, everything comes from a tree.
No.
Or we.
Well,
or we-
you get the sap from the tree, and you burn part of the tree to cook down the sap into a syrup. So, tree.
Or you
No,
can
It's
take
tree.
the
It's
leaf,
tree pus.
boil the leaf,
Maple
and then take
flavoring
that
is
boil
extracted
and-
from the tree and added to cane syrup to make maple syrup.
No, sir, not real maple syrup.
Nobody makes real maple syrup.
Yeah, yeah, I have. Thank you.
Or you
Just,
could
just
pick
because you guys
leaves.
can't get freaking maple syrup from a damn mesquite tree.
Hey, don't be knocking the mesquite trees now.
I
They have
love
their-
mesquite. Mm.
Hey,
Or you could go to the coca tree and get the leaves and boil them down and get some white powder to hide in the White House.
steers and queers. What?
Man, it takes 40 gallons of
Yes, 40 gallons to 1 gallon. Yes.
to make 1 gallon.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of effort for some nasty syrup.
Nasty syrup. Good Lord, bite your tongue, sir.
Cane syrup
You
where
need-
it's at.
You need to go back to Oklahoma where you belong.
Ugh, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Do you eat cane
Or
syrup?
your neighbor state of Arkansas.
He's ignoring me, T.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Did y'all know that Pepsi Cola was originally their syrup and sweetener came from the sugar cane?
Because nobody's saying comes from Louisiana.
Oh damn!
Hey, that's where they got their syrup to make Pepsi.
Well,
Syrup
I'm
to
not
make
a Pepsi
Pepsi.
dude anyways. I'm a Coca-Cola guy. So
Speaking
Well,
of
not-
cane syrup, I've got plenty if anybody wants some. Just
Hey,
let me know.
I'm too white for Coke. Coca-Cola had all that anti-white training and stuff like that.
I know. I'm there.
So
with
I'm too white for Coke.
I put Coke down me over a year ago. I put all of it down. I don't drink any of it. Since we're talking about different products, all this good shit.
Oh,
We were talking about the Skittles.
hey, you get shot for getting Skittles, man.
Now I'm talking about I call them.
I mean, by a racist Mexican.
Well, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm talking about I want to say Target's one carrying them. I might be wrong. I've been looking for them everywhere I go because not that I want to buy them, but that I want to try and help ensure that they can't be bought or can't be found. One has got a bunch of the LGBTQ, just whatever the fuck on it, and the other one's got something about trans. Black something or another on it. It's like, really? This is really packaging? It looks like it is. Looks like it's legit, but I haven't run across any of it yet. So keep your eyes out. You now have an assignment next time you go to the grocery store.
So what
It's
are
the
we looking for
rainbow.
again?
Do what?
What are we looking for again?
Taste the rainbow.
They're deviant Skittle bags. They'll be like the big bags of Skittles, but they got deviant shit on them. So next time you go to the grocery store, humor yourself, and that can be your homework assignment. See if you can locate them. Like I said, I've been to several places. I haven't seen them yet.
I miss Jordan Almonds.
If my store doesn't have them, request them. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's between you and whatever side of the fence you're on. But I ain't requesting that of them. Store don't got them. I'm good with that. But store does have them, you've got a problem.
I haven't had a Skittle in God knows how long, or bought them and how Lord knows how long.
I'm not encouraging anybody to go buy them. I'm encouraging people to see if they're local, wherever you shop. That's all.
Hear that, everyone? T's endorsing the LGBTQ.
No, I'm not endorsing
Whatever.
shit. I'm telling you, your homework assignment is to walk your ass up into your local grocery store, wherever the fuck it is you go,
Now we have
or
to
whatever.
Now we
And
have
if they
to
got
walk
those
into our
motherfuckers,
grocery
make note
store.
of it, and then you've
Man,
got to make
you were just taking shots at me hardcore, aren't you? I mean, like, hey, but I mean, come
go and
on.
see if they got them. And if they do, you've got to make a
Yeah.
full judgment call on what you need to do next.
Rude, isn't he? Isn't he, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. And next thing you know, he'll be thinking that you're going to go over to Piggly Wiggly and go buy some fucking gay Skittles or something.
I mean, and I'm going to quote, walk in to do it.
Yeah. Who just walks into a Piggly Wiggly?
Look, hey, you're handy capable.
Am I?
Don't be talking about my handy. What?
He's handy capable. I'm not.
No.
He's handy capable.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. He's taking
He may
really
walk
low
in
blows.
differently
I mean,
from how we walk in, but he can walk in.
really? I can walk in?
Oh, God. Who is
Just saying.
crashing their car back there?
Sorry.
I was just
Sorry.
wondering. I didn't know if you were like four-wheeling or what.
No, sir. I had to get some man stuff out of the truck.
Skittles?
Not that. No, not that.
Maple syrup.
Not that.
Maple syrup and
people-
Skittles.
Not that Southerners would understand. You know.
I was rubbing maple syrup and Skittles all over my man boobs.
Oh,
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Exactly.
rainbow.
You just remember
Sitting
that
there
live
face
we
paint
had
myself
not
with
so- Jay,
sitting there
just
doing
remember-
face paint with maple syrup all over me.
No, remember the live where I talked about Taste the Rainbow. You just think back.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
I know y'all
I'm
remember
still-
that one.
Just
Oh yeah.
Taste the Rainbow.
damn.
Yeah, the Skittles with Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, since our title is fuckery for all, have we heard anything else about the deviant butt sex in the hearing room?
Apparently, it was like two staffers.
Two
So,
staffers pushing Skittles up each other's butt.
and apparently it was, quote, pre-planned, which I kind of thought the whole time because I was like, you just don't sit around the office and go, hey, let's go film a porno in the staffing room. Okay, let's do it. And then,
Well, yeah, it depends. You got to look at deviants do deviant shit. They don't have to necessarily pre-plan it, but I can go with what you're saying.
I mean, there was a group text message deal amongst all of them, and they were all kind of planning this.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. So
Maybe they were just ramming the Skittles up inside.
Could have been.
dude, that's just wrong.
Oh, God.
I mean,
My whole thing is that
your butthole thing.
they broke laws, several laws doing what they did.
Well,
And,
yeah.
Everybody involved in that, their ass ought to be shit canned and prosecuted.
Really, their ass should.
Do what?
I think their ass took enough punishment in that video.
I don't care if their ass got punishment in the video. Apparently, that's what they wanted to begin with.
I mean, their ass was taking a lot of punishment. Well, at least one of the ass was taking a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
Well, every one of them I'll be prosecuted and shit canned. And every one of them I'll be charged for some
I
kind
have
of
a
sex
feeling
crime.
one of them got shit canned. Or
Well,
shit
maybe.
in a can. But anyway.
That's really a pain in the ass.
Sounds
It
like a
is.
whole lot of prison prolapse right there.
They're preparing themselves for, the shower time.
I bet all of them wear saggy pants at home.
I'm sure they do. You got to keep everything back in. It's hard to tuck stuff back in after you.
You have to wear a diaper because things are going to be kind of loose.
Exactly.
Well,
That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta invest in adult diapers.
I would say they need to get their shit packed and get ready for prison, but they just need to get ready for prison.
Man, I just.
You just took it too far.
Yeah.
I cannot understand how we have degraded ourselves to the point we have as a nation. And, I mean, we're just fucked up bad. So.
Well, I was over at one of the local watering holes talking with one of my buddies, and we were watching TV. It was they showed
Hang
a lot of
on,
football.
Jay. We y'all planning on doing something at y'all's office place or something?
No, watering
okay,
hole,
okay,
dude.
Okay.
So we were sitting there watching the TV, and all these football players were walking in. Okay, and this one comes in. He was, big, looked like a lineman maybe, and had like this white shirt and a brown something or another around his waist and a purse of some sort maybe. And we were just like, purse. I mean, it was, I don't remember what team it was, but we were just kind of taken back by that. I mean, like football players, really? I mean, where have we gone? I mean, is this country that bad?
Yes.
We've allowed this deviancy to take root.
I mean, I know you guys are a little more toward one of the metropolitan areas, in this country, but I mean, I just don't see that where I'm at.
I don't see so much of the dudes wearing purses.
Actually, I am not here. The biggest town or city you want to call it toward me is maybe 80,000 people. Otherwise, I have to drive a couple of hours to get to like a town over 100,000.
You might as well just say. I mean, you've told people your life story here online. I mean, you might as well finish it out.
Oh yeah. Well,
I know I've got one business here I go into. It's a pet store, and there's a dude that works there.
Is it a dude?
Well,
it's a dude.
It's got external plumbing, but it doesn't claim to.
How do you know? How do you know it's got external plumbing?
Have you looked?
Did you pull a Crocodile Dundee?
Did you inspect for yourself?
If you're hetero and you pay attention, you can tell when somebody's trying to wear a tuckable. Right?
Are you hetero?
And when they've got an Adam's apple, that kind of is a dead giveaway. But the point I'm making is they'll be waiting on you, and you're looking at them, and it's like they're trying to present as a female, but it's not a woman. It looks like a RuPaul wannabe.
I just want to whip its ass just to find out.
And you're sitting there, and I've caught myself. I'll refer to him as sir, which probably pisses him off. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and play the guess my gender game.
Yeah.
I guarantee that you are supposed to stand up to piss, and whether you choose to or not, it's on you. But I'm sorry, I can't sit here and scratch my head and burn brain cells trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you.
Just like Vanguard, but we don't judge him.
Yeah, no judgment.
No judgment.
It's just it's annoying, but that's the only real time I've run into it per se.
Did you physically run into it, or I mean, how did you run into it? I mean,
I had to deal with one of the people who was confused about their plumbing. Most everywhere else I've gone, either they're giving me a wide berth and staying the hell away from me, or I just don't see them.
I mean, knowing you, I'd give you a wide berth too.
Yeah, definitely really wide.
Especially with that walker.
Yeah.
What can I say? A handy capable with a sidearm. I'm dangerous.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, they took the pain away from him because he kept swinging at the little kids, but
They're rubbing the hair on his legs.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just gotta ask T, was Corn Pop a bad dude?
Corn Pop's just a fucktard. That's the best I can do. He's a bed shitting fucktard. So, but that being said, since we've successfully managed to cover all the fuckery that we can think of oh, wait. Did I mention the thing about what Guns and Gadgets had spoke about earlier? You know what I'm talking about. You sent me the link.
No, I didn't.
No, Jay sent it. The one about cell phone providers.
Oh yeah, T-Mobile. That's what I was saying about T-Mobile.
Yeah. Why don't you fill people in on that shit?
Man. So basically, come January, there's like a tier 1, tier 2, and a tier 3. And tier 3 is probably the more interesting one, where they're talking about like alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and I can't remember what the other two were. I'd have to relook at back up, but it was on Guns and Gadgets today, and they brought that up, or Jared brought that up about that, and $500 fine for like it's for like a consumer basis, I guess, but they really haven't said about like non-consumer, like they don't want that sort of stuff on their network.
Right. It's like the business is sending a mass email out.
Yeah.
I'm confused here. So, like, if I have T-Mobile and I go to look it up, they're going to give me a $500 fine?
No. And Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, it's not the consumer end that's the problem, it's the business. So let's say that I'm Palmetto State Armory, okay? And I go through my customer database and I send out a mass text saying, hey, we've got 30-round Magpul magazines on sale, 1-day sale only, free shipping, et cetera, et cetera. Well, for every one of those texts that comes across the T-Mobile network, I get fined
$500.
Because those are not legal in all 50 states.
Yeah.
So if this sticks with them and other cell phone providers do the same thing,
it's going to, because they're all connected.
Oh yeah, I can see AT&T trying to just leg hump them motherfuckers to get on board.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
And Verizon, if Verizon's you put peanut butter on anything, they'll lick it off.
I wish them. I understand people don't necessarily like Elon. I get that, but he really needs to come up with boring cellular and get some shit going.
Right.
Hook that shit into Starlink and give everybody a big FU. Come on. So, but yeah, be paying attention to that, because when Jared from Guns and Gadgets was trying to pin them down, Jay, I think you mentioned this too, they wouldn't give him a straight answer.
Right. Yeah, because they said they'd be able to know more. It's not on their computer yet, but they'll be able to see more about it after January.
Yeah, like they didn't get the fucking memo that's sitting in their inbox.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee.
So I don't buy that shit for a minute. But if you don't follow Guns and Gadgets and you don't follow like Black Scout and some of these other guys, you really need to start picking it up. And when you got time, watch some of this shit. I mean, with Guns and Gadgets, this stuff's like 5 minutes, and he drops a lot of good information. Black Scout, he drops a lot of good stuff too. He's actually shortened his stuff down to about 10 or 15 minutes too. But they're both good resources to go back and catch up on some different things.
I mean, I know a lot of the stuff is like doom and gloom, and we all get tired of seeing it so much, but I mean, we just can't stick our head totally in the sand.
No, you can't. You got to find a balance. I mean, it's all, you've got to find a balance.
Yeah.
If you don't, this shit will consume you, and it'll ruin your fucking life.
It's like Sigma 3, over in Missouri. They do it like a survival school. Okay. And Sigma 3 just did like a big thing today. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember when the video came out. And about the revolution in the United States. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't foresee it happening. But I mean, he had like a big wanted you to kind of think about it. And I thought it was kind of interesting. Well, a lot of the stuff, there's pros and cons. You gotta play devil's advocate, stuff like that. I mean, just think about it, because look at the direction this country is heading. I mean, we can all agree that it is going south really fast.
Yeah, it's on express lane for sure.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like
I know Vanguard's into the stuff. I mean, he wants to see Biden take full control and control the country. But man, I tell you what, we just can't do it.
Oh, you're gonna make him choke on his damn dinner.
It's not the only thing.
Now, I'm not even about to jump down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's not wise.
Hey, he's a choker. I mean, I'm telling you, he's got a gag reflex.
Oh damn, you ain't right.
Well, you don't have a gag reflex, so that's more concerning.
No, I said you, sir, not me. I mean, ma'am.
You said I have a gag reflex, which implies you don't.
Just damn. Well, that being said, let's switch gears a little bit here. We do have New Year's coming up. I know everybody's going to celebrate in their own way, or some people may say, "Fuck it, it's just another day," and that's fine too. It's your prerogative. So I was going to say, as we close out, we'll do a round robin. Jay, what I guess for the new year, you got plans?
Yeah. I mean, I generally go out with some friends. We go like one of the local watering holes, and we just talk about what's going to happen in the new year, and try to think about things and how to get ready and be prepared, and try to figure out how we're going to do things, because there's a lot coming up, and we all talk about how shit's going south pretty quick.
Yeah.
So if you're not thinking about it or talking it over or have somewhat of a plan or any preparations, you're stupid. I hate to tell you, you really need to start looking ahead. I mean, do you have? They're saying like 2 to 3 months worth of food, to have put back. If you buy that, I'll tell you, you're kind of lost. You need to throw some more stuff back. At least for the first year or two. Do I have a year or two worth of food? Maybe. But other than that, I mean, go out and get training because it's going to get sporty. And like I've told everybody, get active with your local party. Be a poll watcher. Not a brass one, but go to your election office and get with them and figure out how you can get active, and maybe go over to your party of preference and figure out how you can help out, because I guarantee there's going to be a lot of fuckery. So other than that, carry always, watch your six.
All good.
Don't eat okra.
Oh hell, here we go. All right, Moose, you're up.
All
What do
right.
you got
Well,
planned?
first, I just want to say congratulations to T for seeing well over his 2000 New Year.
Good job, sir.
That's quite an accomplishment. You should be proud of that.
Yeah.
Secondly, I have plans for New Year's. Every year at New Year's Eve, I royally piss my neighbors off at midnight. We shoot the cannon, and then I shoot it at midnight, and then if all the little kids here want to shoot it, then we load it up and let them shoot it. So we'll shoot it probably all 10 or 12 times. And then, we just have a good time with family and friends.
Wheelchairing through the yard naked.
Oh, that happens. Yes, it's happened a few times. If you want, I will not send you video of that. But anyway, but yeah, everyone just look forward, look ahead. Don't plan for today, plan for tomorrow. As my grandpa used to say, hope for the best, but expect the worst. That way, nothing will surprise you. And he always used to say that, and that's one of the truest statements I've ever heard. Don't trust your government at all. The scariest words in the English language were by Ronald Reagan. I'm going to quote, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." That was probably the truest words I've ever heard in the English language when it comes to scaring you. So, everyone in the new year, just like Jay said, you should have at least 2 or 3 weeks worth of food at your house, whether it's canned food to long-term storage food. Because if something happens like a hurricane or anything, a tornado, your grocery stores got news for you. They're not going to be open, and you're going to have to be on your own. But everyone, enjoy New Year's, spend it with your friends and family. Don't forget to eat, your black-eyed peas and, some cabbage or greens on New Year's Day. That way you'll have luck and money for the new year. And everyone that doesn't know the history behind the black-eyed peas, look it up, and you'll understand why we eat black-eyed peas, especially in the South.
Like Gwen Stefani?
I don't know if Gwen Stefani is from the South. I don't know much about her other than she was hot at one time and she could sing. But other than that,
y'all can't eat beef rectums like Vanguard does.
Vanguard will put anything in his mouth, but that's just Vanguard.
Yeah, that's just him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah,
you've always beef rectums if you've had a Robin's hot dog.
But just look up why we eat black-eyed peas, and you'll understand why black-eyed peas are important. people's fire starter. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, everyone just, you know, spend time with your family, enjoy the holiday, you know, watch some football. You know, as bad as I don't want to see Alabama win the game, I do want to see an SEC school win the championship.
Amen.
Do what?
Amen.
You know, but since they're the only SEC school in the Final Four of it, will be reluctantly cheering for an SEC school, not Alabama. That's the only way I can justify that. So, anyway, Happy New Year, everyone, and hope to see all of y'all next year.
All righty,
man, if you dare.
Don't trust your government.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh shit. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So in all seriousness, I would have at least 2 to 3 cans of fire starting pubes on hand all the time. You never know when. If there's a Sharknado, anything can happen. In regards to New Year's, no, I'm gonna sit here in the house and I'm gonna play Guess That Caliber, and if it gets too close, I may actively play that.
You're equipped for it now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to shoot a cannon or anything?
A cannon? No. If somebody were shooting a cannon at 12 o'clock near my house, I'd be shooting back.
Okay.
That shit's excessive. Now, if you're out somewhere, where there's, where it's fun to do, by all means.
Hey, my neighbors they know when midnight happens. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like all the little kids are shooting fireworks, everything. I bust that thing off, and then it's total silence for like 15 minutes as we shoot it again and again and again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, in this area, no. And especially if I didn't have the next day off, But no, New Year's it's a day to me.
Well, I mean,
I don't think I've stayed up.
Well, where you're at though, it's kind of confusing because you don't know if they're doing Chinese New Year.
Oh yeah.
Our New Year
or a quinceañera. You never know.
One in New Year. I mean, you just don't know what you're
going to do. Yeah.
Right.
A good old quinceañera. Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is you're bound to get some good alcohol in the process if you're friends with you.
No, because it's all Modelo.
Oh well. Okay, so you guys don't have any class. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a gringo quinceañera.
They got no class, man.
He's not gonna have some of them using Schlitz at the ones around him.
Oh good Lord.
Colt 45 works every time. That being said, yeah, don't trust your government, and that's about all I got.
All right, brother. Well,
T, you've got at least 3 or 4 cans, so.
Well, mine will be pretty short and sweet. My whole thing for New Year's is it's all dependent.
Hey, Moose.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Did you do you know anything about quinceañeras?
I was invited to one once, and I went, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I mean, they usually have some good drink selection and a lot of partying. I mean, it's a pretty good time. It's a pretty good time.
The food was impressive.
Oh my gosh, food was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, T.
It was. Yeah,
sorry, T.
Sorry, T. We can talk about this later.
Oh, it's good to see the fuckery is alive and well here.
Hey,
As I was
Ranger
saying.
Jay, who do you think's going to win the national football?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really been following it this much this year. I mean, it's it,
As I was saying.
They muted our mics.
yeah,
Um, I
yeah,
think
it's all that.
I think for New Year's, what I'll do is it'll depend on whether I got any of the grandkids here. Maybe shoot some fireworks and aggravate the shit out of some people. I got one guy that I don't like that lives a couple doors down for me.
Hey, Moose.
On the Warthog, what I'll do is I'll take him a piece
Hey,
of
what you could probably ought to do is go up to T's place and just take the cannon with you. I mean, take the cannon with you and shoot. You really get the neighbors going over at T's place.
That's an idea. Well, hey, T, you mind?
Bring it on.
Shoot, I might come down for that.
Bring it on.
I mean, you know, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, T. Go ahead. Go ahead, T.
We're cool going full Pirates of the Caribbean in my front yard.
Hey.
I'm not dressing up like a pirate. Sorry.
You don't got to, but you got the fucking cannon to do it.
I'll wear the eye patch.
Just saying.
I'll wear 2 of them.
But as I was saying, that's the only plans I've really got. May cook, may not.
What are your plans again?
I'm with Moose about the black eyed peas. I won't do collard greens. I hate them. But the black eyed peas is tradition, at least where I'm
So
from.
what's the thing with the black eyed peas again?
The more black eyed peas you have on not Thanksgiving, on New Year's, it's supposed to the thing is it promotes prosperity in the new year.
Good luck.
Well, good luck.
Okay.
Prosperity.
Right.
So,
Okay.
here
Black
we
eyed,
sit.
hey, the greens is prosperity. The black eyed peas is good luck.
Nice.
Or,
Okay.
but
Collard greens and black eyed peas sounds good to me.
Now, hey, do you know the history behind the black eyed peas, there, T?
Moose, I think you ought to tell us.
Just say yes. Just say yes so we can bypass
yes,
this.
I know it.
All right, then tell us.
I don't want to tie up anybody else because see y'all successfully managed to eat into my time. I feel like I'm in Congress trying to have my 4 time, and you two have carried yours over. So
well, if you'll tell us, we won't talk. How's that?
But that being said,
I promise I won't do it again.
if y'all got plans this New Year's, be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch what's going on, and when 2024 gets here, we're going to hit the ground running and see what we can do to try and right the ship. Hopefully, so if you don't care, you need to. Stay frosty. That's all I got.
Hey, Vanguard.
Yes.
Do you mind if I tell everyone the history behind the black eyed peas?
It's from the Civil War.
What about the collard greens?
The collard greens, I don't know, but the black eyed peas were from the Civil War when Sherman made his famous march and he burned everything, and the Union soldiers.
Oh, you mean the guy that committed war crimes?
They would take everything and eat it. Well, they took the black eyed peas, tried them, and didn't like them, so they gave it back to the civilians. And the civilians thought it must have been good luck, that kind of thing. So the civilians had something to eat New Year's Day.
Interesting.
All right, Vanguard, it's all yours, brother.
Okay, so actually, the black eyed peas are for luck and prosperity. Eating greens is for wealth. So there you go. Just to clarify.
I'm going to be eating a lot of greens.
Greens is for wealth and health. And don't wash anything on New Year's. That they claim that'll wash somebody out of your life. So don't do that. Okay, unless you have a Biden shirt. But anyway, so thank everybody for being here. I know we've been
wash it in Woolite
all over the track. That's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. But anyway, We will. I don't know if we're gonna be back Tuesday or not. Kind of play it by ear. I mean, that'll be second day. I'm good with it.
I don't think it'll be a
Got
problem.
little
I mean, we'll play it by ear. We'll tentatively plan to be here.
Well, if y'all want, I'll take a video of us busting the cannon off, and you can play that.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
All right.
Just don't dox anybody.
Well, I mean, I'll send you when we light the fuse and back off. I'll start filming. That way, there's no one in it.
10-4. Sounds good to me. Everybody that came into the chat, thank y'all for supporting the channel. Make sure y'all share, like. If you have been, check to see if you've been unsubscribed, because we did lose some subscribers. That tends to happen with ScrewTube. So y'all do check that out. Make sure you're still subscribed. T, Saxman, Ranger J, and Moose, as always, I appreciate y'all coming on here, guys. And just remember, Jay has no gag reflex, and we'll catch y'all on the next live.
No, sir. Yes, sir. You
Really does.
you have no
Nope.
you have no gag reflex. That was